What's up, Melephant?
Hello. Hi, Anton. Thank you for having me up on
Absolutely.
your live stream.
What's your thoughts?
So just watching the video, um I don't want to make too much of a judgment of Melanie King as a person because I don't know her, and I feel like everything that's online, you can never really tell like what's real and what isn't.
Uh huh.
Um but I think that the fact that there was alcohol involved can definitely change things, and um you can kind of lose your judgment. Um, Seeing the clip, because I haven't seen that actual video, um, it was definitely very cringy because it doesn't go with the brand that Melanie King has made for herself. I've seen a couple of her videos. I've seen her
What do
on
you think her
Lapis.
brand is? What do you think that
Um,
brand is?
well, she's definitely part of the manosphere, so there's a lot of talk about what gender roles should be, what a man should do, what a woman should do, and
Mm.
I feel like in a lot of these conversations, people sometimes can be disingenuous and just kind of hit the same talking points, but when it comes to personal life, uh, you're not living that, and so it could come out in different ways, and I think in a live stream, it's it's easier for those kind of things to pop up.
Mm.
I would have never expected her to start twerking after talking about
Yeah, that was wild.
Samuel's death.
That
Like
was
that to me
wild.
was very like it kind of takes away from everything else she was saying, because it got emotional, and I understand it, especially when a death is close to you, you could get emotional and start crying, be like, what, I don't want to talk about this. But for you to flip to then, okay, I'm gonna twerk it away,
Yeah, that
it
was
kind of
wild.
it takes
She
away
might
from
have
the
been drunk
serious.
though.
What?
She might have been drunk.
and,
Nah,
and that's what I was saying. Like, I feel like the fact that there's alcohol involved, like, there might have been, too much alcohol, and things get kind of awkward and random things like that start happening. But I think from what I've seen in the manosphere, just in general, is that a lot of times people will have this certain image of the content creators that they watch. And so when there's something that happens that's like out of character or out of the brand that they've created on YouTube,
Hmm.
people love to jump on that. And I mean, I don't I I would never want to be a content creator just because
It's
I'm
different.
sure it's a really hard job. Um,
It is different. I will say it is
yeah.
different. It's super different. But I mean, that's what you sign up for. You know what I'm saying? You sign up for the criticism. You sign up for what comes along with it. What are your thoughts, Drew?
yeah, I just saw the pretty much the end of that right there. But
I like the
what
glasses
I'll
too,
say,
though.
I appreciate it. Nah, but what I'll say is that really, I mean, realistically, I mean, she's a person, right? She's just Kevin Samuels. We already know what he stood for.
Hmm.
So with her twerking it out, I think it's kind of like, a reverse psychology type of thing. She's doing something that's opposite of what he would normally stand for, which that's like her way of trying to, like I said, reverse psychology her way out of it to be able
I
to
don't
better
think
cope.
she. I just don't think she really thought that deep into it. To be honest with you, I think she was just like, I don't know. I think she was drunk.
You think?
I just think she was
Yeah, I
drunk.
mean,
Honestly,
and that's when the tears come out too, right? The drunk tears or whatever. But I don't know. It just seemed like she was trying to cope with the situation. Okay, let me twerk it out because I know Kevin wouldn't like this. So it's I don't know. I may be thinking too deep my damn self, but um yeah, I don't know.
y'all could jump in popcorn style. I just wanted to make sure I got everybody's thoughts before you know, I don't know, man. She was drunk. I know Quentin is a simp for her specifically, so Quentin do what he do. Quentin, I can't hear you. You muted, sir. I'm sorry.
I think she was fine with it because they went live again the very next night.
I think that we also got to take into consideration content, right? People really don't understand that for the most part, all visibility is good visibility, especially as a woman. I think as a woman, what y'all don't realize is that the fact that they, halfway pretty, got titties, got a butt. Nothing changes. Like she's not gonna lose no subscribers. It's only gonna create more visibility for her. I think that the real person that won was MTR.
Yeah, I don't think
MTR
that
is the
was
one
too
that's winning
terrible.
out of all of this.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad what she did there. I mean,
Oh no, it was
that's like.
bad. No, it was bad. Let's be honest. Let's be clear.
I mean, what was so
It was-
bad about it though?
About twerking for the funeral.
Because it was poser.
Come
So
No,
on,
I mean,
man. Like we gonna be objective,
no.
then we got to be objective.
I feel you. No, I'm just saying, but like I don't, like I said, I came on the ass end of that part. But was she twerking for the funeral, or was she twerking to try to get her
She said
emotions
she
back
was gonna
intact?
twerk it out after feeling some type of way about talking about his funeral on the death.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So she was trying to change her mentality. She was trying to change her mind state so she wouldn't be crying more than anything. I
This
don't
is
think that
why
she was trying.
women will always win.
no, I
This
don't agree.
is why no your
No, go ahead.
your sentiment is why men will always have to work 10 times harder to be even remotely as close as successful as women. This is a fact. Because listen, if I do some stupid shit like that, here we go. God. Yo,
Yeah.
bet is off.
Let's talk. I mean,
Bet
yeah,
is off. Bet
me-
is off.
it's
If I do some stupid
There's-
stuff like that,
Well,
I'll never be able to live it down. I'll never be
Right.
able to live it down. A woman get away with it, or a woman do some stuff, y'all be like, let's give some grace, love, peace, hair grease, the whole 9 yards.
woman.
Women will always be able to get away with. Yo, Q, get the curse. Get the whoever said it first. Women will always be able to get away with things that men can't get away with forever, because no matter what, dudes are always going to simp because they're a woman.
Like I said, I could just see the mindset of it. I don't think that. I mean, there's certain things that a man can do. There's certain things a woman can do. It's
like what?
And we
What
all
can
know
a man? What can a man get away with?
Well, that's what I'm saying. A man could not get away with that. I'm not saying that would be the case. I'm just saying that there are certain things that men can do. There are certain things that women can do, and vice versa. It's a double standard. We already know that. As far as even like a girl having, having sex with a bunch of dudes, she's automatically a whore. You don't necessarily say that for a man necessarily. Most
a
people
man
don't.
had. So,
What
Say
do
it
you
again.
mean?
no, a man had to work for that. That's why there's a double standard for that.
But the thing about it is that all men don't even be able to get. They don't even get sex. You can't even use that as an example.
But guys who don't get sex, I mean, there's something wrong
It's
with
a
them.
lot of them. You know what the barrier to entry for most guys to get sex and not have to like go and get a prostitute on the street?
What?
And he risking his freedom if he decided to go get a prostitute on the street.
What's the barrier of entry though? What is it?
What do you mean? You got to do a lot of things. You got to be able to
gotta
articulate yourself. You got to be able to walk up to a chick cold turkey, talk to her out of the blue, talk her into the bed, right? You got to look good half the time. You got to smell good. You got to go do all of this barrier to entry. Whereas a woman, all she got to do is go through her DMs and pick one.
Yeah, but she can't be super trashy, or she got to
Yes,
get
she
picked
can.
too, right?
Oh, yes, she can.
Yes, she
Oh,
fucking
yes, she can.
Well, you got dudes who
Yes, she
say
can, bro.
stuff and
Let's
whatever.
down
But what I'm saying is
anything.
like,
What do you mean she can't
What
be
I'm-
super trashy? Dog,
So,
dudes
and I'm-
will
and I'm
bust down anything, bro.
I'm thinking of a extreme situation, like for example, like a crackhead or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Dudes get, don't you know? Have you ever heard of dudes getting head from a crackhead?
sure, I have, but that's not something that you.
A
That's not
dude
something that you
a
trying to
dude on
really
those YouTube
be
streets
with.
admittedly picked up a girl at a clinic after she got STD.
Facts.
And he still
You said
talking.
what?
Dude told me on a live stream that he picked up a woman that had just tested positive for chlamydia. He knew she had chlamydia. He bust her down anyway.
That's
See what you
crazy.
did? You made her dip.
Nah, that's crazy. I mean, But I mean, you got to admit that it's two different standards though. Like obviously, certain
I
things
know
are
it's two different standards,
yeah,
but part
yeah.
of why we know that there will always be women to be able to exist and do the things that they want to do when they want to do it and still get away with it is because people like you gonna make excuses for them.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just being logical. I don't really have an opinion one way or the other. I'm just, just chiming in, but I don't really give a damn what she do. You feel me? Like,
Are
at the
you a
end of the day, I'm
subscriber?
not,
Are you a
I'm not
subscriber to
king for
Melanie
her.
King?
Say it again.
Are you a subscriber to Melanie King?
I don't even know who she is. I mean, I seen her on MTR stuff, but I thought that I was kind of speculating, like, is he talking to her? Like, I don't know where she came from. I don't really know who she is.
The way they
Like, is
started,
she a
Are you
big
gonna be
YouTuber or
subscribed
something?
to
Or
her now?
I might go check her page out.
Ooh, you
You're
done.
not qualified to have this conversation if you
You
don't
are
know.
done now, buddy.
I
And
can't go check her page out.
no, you can absolutely. But here's the bigger thing. That actually proves my point. You
What?
know why it proves my point?
present more content off the.
Because no
People that
matter
don't
what
know
she
that
did, it
now.
just created an environment that allows for her to get more people that rock with her. It
I
didn't
agree
do
I
with
mean,
you.
anything negative to her. It didn't affect her in a negative way at
that's
all.
entertainment, right? I spent all last night looking at that King Von situation because I saw you talking about it. I had to go look at that, and it was,
I agree.
that's
It is
crazy
entertainment.
what goes on. But the crazy stuff is the stuff that we really want to see.
She she's
That's
been on
entertainment.
she's been on three people's channels she ain't never been on before, and that's all going to go to her over the last like
I don't
48, 24.
understand why people go to these some of these channels though. Some of it doesn't make sense to me.
With y'all's name pop up, your name and the algorithm and her name and the big people's
Yeah,
name is
I know that. I know why people go to watch the channels. I'm not sure why people like us, right?
yeah.
Why would she go onto a channel and make her stuff look foolish? Is what I'm saying.
Well, she said that she did it. It was she's really emotional at this point. She says she did it for her kids, and she didn't want her kids to one day grow up and see this. But then he rebutted, "You want them to see you twerking?"
She didn't want her kids to grow up and see what.
All this stuff on the internet about her not having her kids and all this defamation stuff about their dad and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, that's
Like,
the
cause that
life
dude,
we
that
that's the
dude who
life
came,
we chose though.
I agree. That dude who came up here is straight up from another dude's channel. And he was reading the exact same thing the dude read last night.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's
I'll
an idiot.
it at the end of the show we'll cut it out. It's not even going to exist anymore. I'm just going to completely remove it. So that doesn't even matter. Like YouTube has given us so many different tools to be able to remove the foolishness and stuff. I don't care anything about that. But go ahead, keep going. Anybody else any thoughts?
I'll stop caping for my boo. If Melanie, if you're watching, I'll take you out these YouTube streets.
I don't know though. Quinn, she said she wanted $5,000 to even be able to take her shirt off.
Hey, my taxes just hit.
If not thousands.
Would you here's a question, Quentin. Would you marry her?
Will I marry Melanie King?
Yeah.
100%, 1,000%.
No,
I
I'm
don't give.
I'm I'm being serious right now. Would you really marry her?
Yes, and I would
You would
take her
marry
in
her? You would
public.
marry her?
I'd hold her hand and all that shit. Like,
Well,
what you mean?
I don't believe you, Quentin. I don't believe you.
What you mean?
I don't believe you, Quentin.
I don't believe none of this nonsense I'm hearing about Melanie. She's an attractive, beautiful woman,
I
and that's
mean,
what that,
I'm
that's.
I'm just but come on, Quentin. We all know.
I can hear
And again,
anything.
I don't have anything negative to say about her at all, right? But I'm just getting y'all sentiment. Because I know a lot of dudes be capping out here in these streets. Here's the question though. We all know that looks is not enough in order to sustain a marriage.
It's
Right.
Man,
not
she
when
So
she.
what do being
listen
beautiful got to
to
do
her.
with whether or not you would actually marry her or not?
I think the realest I heard Melanie, like her true personality and what she thought about stuff came out last night on Cam Newton. She was just rocking and telling the truth and how she felt about marriage and rocking with the dude if he was in jail, if he cheated on her, and she sounded like a down chick.
And do you believe everything is the question? Because anybody can say anything on the internet.
Yeah,
Do
that's
you
easy.
believe it? Do you believe
Maybe I'm
it?
gullible. Maybe I don't think people just out here lying like to the umpteenth power.
Oh, Quentin. I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe
feel
you
like
just said that.
content online after
Quentin.
Daniels' name, then
She
you
can't.
still probably out here.
She's good on the same stuff. Besides this twerking, that's the first time I seen her get out of pocket. Was this twerking?
Oh, Quentin.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I mean, just
Once for
because she
some of
twerk,
them,
You
to
that
be
means
just
she
honest.
not
seen her
wifey
over
material.
MTR's in MTR studio, bro. You would still marry her?
Man, she was drunk. She get drunk on her live streams like this before. I've seen this part of her.
Oh, Quentin. No, say it ain't so, big dog.
Man, you know me. I'm gonna stand down.
Quentin, you would marry a chick that was just on MTR's live stream?
Yes, I would. 1000%.
Oh, Quentin. I think she right though. I think it's 100% content,
I don't.
bro. I think
I
it's
don't think
100% content.
she ain't online enough for it to matter. She ain't really in it like that though. I don't feel like
Who?
Melanie don't post that often.
How's she not online?
I don't think she's online enough to like. I'm looking for content. Like she don't post like maybe once every other week. She ain't deep in the streets like that. She
What does
like
she really talk about?
Quentin,
What
you
is she
are
about?
she really good. She real good
simping.
about.
You are simping. Quentin is simping. Oh my God,
I'm
Quentin, I can't
over
believe
3
what it
weeks
is that
on
I'm
his
hearing right
YouTube
now.
suite. That's it.
Quentin, you not. What is okay? So wait a minute. Let me ask y'all a question. If Melanie King was toe up from the floor, if she was, let's just say she Lizzo, are you got the same energy?
Better not.
Yes.
No, you don't.
Oh, he just talking.
No, you
He just
don't.
talking.
You
I
do not
wouldn't.
have the same energy, bro.
I wouldn't marry her, but I'd have the man. Generally, man, we need to give more grace to women, like in
Yo,
general.
Quentin, I've seen you on Fight
Wait,
Club
can
go ham on these chicks.
Man, Fight Club chicks is ratchet though, man. They don't. What you mean, bro? Man, ain't nobody close to Melanie King on Fight Club.
Oh my
But I do
gosh.
think for Sherelle on Fight Club. Shout out
I can't
to
believe y'all
Sherelle.
simping like this. I can't believe it.
What you think? He said y'all simping. Who simping?
You?
Nah, you was just
How?
defending her, bro.
Nah, I just said that I understand why she twerked from a
Bro,
mental
bro.
standpoint.
Both you and Quentin. I know the type of dudes y'all are. You would sell
Whoa,
y'all would
dog.
sell y'all homie out with for some pussy.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
oh,
Yes, bro.
no,
A chick will
no.
whisper some sweet nothing in your ear next to you know the homie that you've been rocking with for the last 20 years. You looking at him funny like, man, I can't believe you, bro.
I can't. I can't.
What?
Woo, I can't do it.
Y'all are
The reach.
y'all are hoes over bros, man.
Nah,
Yes, y'all are, bro. I could tell. I could tell.
nah.
Which
Dude,
isn't
Hoes over
necessarily a
bros.
bad. Listen, it's not a bad thing.
My
It's just that
wife over bros, but
no.
not
Listen,
hoes.
just because you married, it don't change the sentiment. The idea is that y'all champion box first, man.
No.
Y'all champion box first.
Why? Well,
How
why
many
would you even
times
say that?
How many times have your friends asked you to go out and you said, "Let me check with my wife first"?
My wife was twerking first, you know.
Dear Lord.
I
I
had to
mean,
stay
that's
home.
respectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see what's up. I'm gonna let her know. I'm gonna let her know. When I say check with her, I'm gonna tell her like, all right, I'm about to go and do this.
No. You check with her
What?
and be like, "Hey, babe, do we got plans? You got plans for us already tonight, or can I go out with my
Yeah,
Can I go out with my
right.
friends?"
Hey, that's hilarious.
Come
Yeah,
on,
right.
man. Let's be real about what it is that we talking about, bro.
Yeah, right. Nah, I mean, nah, it's nothing like that at all. I mean, I obviously it's a time you got to be respectful. You don't have to let her know, okay, this is what I'm going to go do. But just going out with the fellas, I mean, I could do that. But I'm just being real, man. Like honestly, like people doing stuff like that, that was her. She was crying. She was just trying to figure out a way to stop crying. So she did something. Like I told you, that's just a
So
mental
she
thing that she
twerked
did.
on live stream in front
So
of
she
everybody.
twerked. Right. Yeah. I mean, you can't say that it was like what was so wrong about that.